Journey South County. We're thinking about the Apostles' Creed, and today I want to think a little bit about the history of this creed, as well as one objection I hear against using creeds. The Apostles' Creed is the most well-known, the oldest of the creeds. We have record of it, or something similar to it, around AD 140. It was used in baptismal services. It was actually used in kind of question format. Do you believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth? If the person affirmed that, they'd be dunked, they'd be baptized. And in fact, they would be baptized 3 times because they were confirming each of the I believe statements that you find in the Apostles' Creed. Also, legend has it that, and you may have heard this, that each of the apostles contributed one of the lines, one of the 12 belief statements to the Apostles' Creed. And while that's a legend, it's not true historically, it's got an important point, which is that this creed is seeking to summarize what the apostles' teaching is found in the Bible. And while there's many creeds that came out of councils that were seeking to combat error that had crept up in the church, you could say that this creed is the grassroots confession of faith. Kind of grew out and helped people understand what the Bible taught as it sought to proclaim it to the world. This creed, along with the Ten Commandments and the Lord's Prayer, is used throughout church history to help people grow in their faith. That's a little bit about the history of the creed. There's much more to say there, but there's one objection I often hear, and it goes something like this, and maybe you've heard it. There is no creed but Christ, and I don't believe in any book but the Bible. Though ironically, that statement's not in the Bible, I can appreciate the sentiment, at least to some level. It is true that no creed or no confession of faith should have any authority over the Bible. In fact, the Bible is our final authority in faith and practice. And we sure don't want to use any creed in such a way that we would mindlessly repeat it during a service. But I think we've all had this experience, the experience of a neighbor telling us, I believe in the Bible, and then to follow that with saying that I believe the Bible teaches Jesus was a great teacher, that he wasn't the Son of God. And so eventually, we have to be clear about what the Bible says. And when we begin to summarize those statements about what the Bible says about Jesus or salvation or sin or grace, what we're doing is making a statement of belief. And so you could say in one way, that's what the creed is. It's a statement of what's essential, what is an essential summary of our beliefs. And the church has historically, all through these centuries, confirmed this creed. This is a summary of what we believe. And so that's why we confess it as a church. Well, I hope that helps you understand a little bit about the history and a little bit about why we use this creed. And Lord willing, I'll see you next week.